Okay, that takes us to the annual meeting agenda and notice. Heaven, do you need me to identify what we're going to talk about, or do you have a template?
So we have a notice. We have a notice template. Sorry about that. We have a notice template that we use to get out. But if you want to put that agenda together, then get it to me. And if you want to add that to that notice, we can do that. We don't technically have to, but I do know like y'all like to get y'all's agendas out to y'all's homeowners. So that's something that we can do a few weeks before. The notice does have to be sent out. Let me verify. I have it in my calendar. So the meeting is March 24th. So the notice does have to be out by that 10th of March. So I request that we have anything that you're wanting in that notice by the 1st of March, so I can have our internal process, because we do have an internal process of getting these approved and make sure everything is correct, and we don't have to resend them out if something is incorrect. We do make sure that everything is triple checked, especially with these notices, because they are so important. So I request that everything that y'all want to be on there or needed for that, what if there's bios for electioning, anything that else that needs to be in there for any election process, if y'all will be having, well, every year you should have one, but anything similarities to that for the annual meeting, I will need by the March 1st date.
I think I'm going to ask the majority of this to be status quo for you to share with us what's a standard annual meeting agenda. But I've got questions about the election. So let me catch you up to where we are.
Okay.
We were all elected in October 2020. And board, if I get the timeline wrong, jump in. We were all elected simultaneously when we took owner control of the HOA. And in that time, in one of the subsequent meetings, we decided that the president and member at large would their terms would expire this annual meeting. 3 out of 5, is my math right, Paul? Yeah, 3 out of 5 have subsequently resigned and were replaced by the current board since then. So do those new people, do their terms follow the old person, or
Yes.
so it's the office, it's the position that's expiring. So that's the position that needs elected. So I need to tell you who those people are, what those positions are, and make them available.
Yes.
Okay.
So whenever that happens, people fill in a position of a vacant position. They finish the term that the previous person was serving. So if they had 6 months left, then that's all they will be serving. If it was a year, then that's all they would be serving, or until the next annual meeting, then that's when they serve, and then that position becomes available again. They can elect for themselves for that position again if they want to continue, but that would be an open position that would be up for election.
Okay. And did you already base camp me a draft?
I base camp you a draft of the notice. It was just like the front page notice, and that was it. But if you would like an example of like a full proxy and every election format as well, I can add that on there as well.
Okay, and when you do, I will tell you the positions that are going to need reelected or open to being contested. Okay.
Okay.
Any other discussion there from the board?